Let's take a look inside. Black and white and weird all over. We have the end pages here. Have a nice accordion. Got an introduction written by me. My camera in Al's face, which was often the case. Al wrote a very nice foreword. That's the picture that I was taking from the previous page. The book has 6 chapters. Each chapter has 2 or 3 or 4 paragraphs written to explain what was going on during that video shoot or in the studio or whatever it was. Some nice shots of Al with Tress MacNeille as Lucy. Al and Tress, this is them rehearsing towards the end of the video where he says, "Everybody rumba." Alan as Jammies, very nice. Now this, you'll recognize this shot. Some of about a half a dozen shots in these chapters have been seen before, and that's one that's been seen. I have the original from which those others were taken, and it's that. It's a little fuzzy, the density's not real good, and it's cropped. For the first time, you're going to see a nice clear, nice balanced, full frame picture of that. So that's a beautiful thing. Al pointing at the camera. I love Rocky Road, I assume. This shot, this is a cool shot because it's maybe the only shot in the whole book where the entire band is together and visible, and Dr. Demento. And it's a nice, there's a lot of space for us to autograph. So if you run into us and you've got a book and we've got a Sharpie, this would be a great page to have us sign. There's a full crop of the picture used on the cover. So again, there's some stuff in there that that really hasn't been seen. I think this shot may have been published before, but it was never like this. There's a nice shot, Hollywood Al Yankovic there. This is a cool shot because it's got, you'll notice, well, you'll notice first off, you never saw it in the video. There's a bunch of kids, 15, 16, 18 kids with accordions, and they were doing something, and it was taped, it was filmed, but it never appeared in the video. And I never got exactly a straight answer why not, but whatever happened, it didn't get used. So this is, and there's a couple of other shots with them in there. That's kind of a cool shot, you know, something behind the scenes that never happened. Here's us in the studio for some in 3D overdubs. There's Jim West doing an impossible chord for you guitar players out there. We got Betsy Powell, Patty Brooks, Andrea Robinson, Rick Derringer. This thing is my ratchet, the thing that goes that we use on the polka medleys. I guess he thought that would make a nice steampunk peace sign. More pictures of Lisa Popeil we've got there. Jimmy Zavala on saxophone. We're in the control room here with Jay Levy, Al's manager. There's our longtime engineer, Tony Papa. He never gets enough recognition or enough photographs. Here's a nice 2-page spread on him. Tony engineered songs from our first album all the way through Alpocalypse in 2011. So it was very cool to have him on board. Very cool to have a nice photo of him in here as well. The Eat It chapter. This is Vince Patterson. Vince was in the Beat It video, and he choreographed some other stuff. He was in Smooth Criminal, and he's worked with Madonna. Very well liked in Hollywood. Al's manager, Jay Levy, who was also the director of the Eat It video, and they're seen here looking at a playback of the Beat It video so that they can match the camera angles and the moves and all of that stuff. Here's Al getting his eyes for the last scene of the Eat It video, the Thriller eyes. And these are ping pong balls cut in half and put over his eyes with a little bit of glue so they stay on there, and then they make it up. And they were yellow, bright yellow, as you recall from the video. And there he is with both of them. But they didn't cut, these are not holes. That's actually like a painted on cat's eye. And he couldn't see. He had, here, look, Al, hey, Al, see? He had to be led over to the set so he could do his scene. Here's Vince and the guys, and Al as well, rehearsing some scenes outside. You got Vince way up in the air there. Here's the chapter from the Polka Party Mixdown Sessions. This is a short and sweet chapter. It's really all about Al and his KZZP t-shirt. KZZP was a radio station in Phoenix. They sent some shirts. Al put them on. I took some pictures. Rick got into the act, and there we go. Living with a Hernia. This was shot in Las Vegas at the Bally's Grand, which was the same place that James Brown shot his Living in America video. And in fact, we had the same dancers. Do we have pictures of the dancers? Not exactly, but we got Al on a dolly. This scene was just before the middle of the song where he says, you may not be familiar with the various types of hernias that you can get. And then he glides off stage. Well, he's gliding because he's on wheels. And this guy here is pulling him with a rope. So now you know. There's a couple of pages of strips from the contact sheets. This is how I knew what was on all these negatives and decided it would be cool to publish them. There's a lot of stuff in here that does not appear in the book, so you guys can have some fun scouring all of these pictures to see what did and didn't make it. There's my page, there's my biography. Big picture, small biography. That's 2 sentences, not bad. And the thank yous. I was not alone in making this book. A lot of wonderful people helped out, and I thank all of them. We've got the other end page here. It's the other side of the accordion, of course. And on the back, a little description about the book, some nice words from Dr. Demento. You got your barcode so people can scan it. For more information, check out blackandwhiteandweird.com. Or if you're all fancy and modern, you can scan that.